this is working. I think, maybe. Are we? I hope we're live. I hope I did this right. Okay. Well, it says I'm live. It says I'm on my channel. So, hope people see this. I have this like one little hair that's like too short to go behind my ear. And it's too long where it doesn't want to not stay on my face, so. Here's my co-host right behind me. She is passed out. She's not the best co-host. She is very sleepy. And then my other co-host is a skeleton. So, hi, hello. Howdy, howdy. Welcome back, Ashley M. Oh, we are live. Fantastic. I always forget that there's a bit of a lag between. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do Streamlabs or StreamYard more. It's a process, so hi. You guys can tell me which one's best. A lot of you were asking yesterday why you can't super chat, so which is why I chose to use Streamlabs today. So if you want to send some super chats to get your questions in or say something fun, there is a link below where you can say something and it will flash on the screen and I will try to respond to it as fast as I possibly can. Hello everyone joining us. I didn't tell anyone I was going to stream today. I'm trying to like do this as much as possible, but today we're going to be working on Miss Argentina. She has seen better days. You know, I can probably show you guys. I have my solution of water and fabric softener with me. Oh gosh, I'm so nervous. I think I did okay yesterday though when I did a little stream. As you can see, I got to bedazzle some of my bunny suit for Miss Argentina, but today we're working on the wig. So I figured, since a lot of people have questions, it'd be very helpful if I answered all of your questions and concerns, I guess, while getting this cosplay done, because I am crunching to get Miss Argentina done. Oh, this top does not fit my front very well, but I'm going to do my best. Where have I been? I sort of took a break to sort of figure myself out. I kind of explained it better yesterday. Basically, I realized that a lot of people had questions because they were just kind of like, you know, like, where are you politically? And a lot of people kind of assumed that I went super. I mean, I will say this. I'm more liberal than I used to be, but I'm not going to use my platform to be a political person, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm overall fairly neutral, right? I'm just a firm believer that people should live how they want to live as long as they're not hurting anyone. And I also don't believe in party politics in a sense. Like, I think that, you know, how do I explain this in the best way possible without putting my foot in my mouth? Because I have a tendency of doing that. I have a tendency of speaking on things more than I should. And I'm trying to avoid that. I'm trying to be as mindful as possible when talking about this sort of thing. So when it comes to my politics, I don't think I'm someone who's knowledgeable enough on the subject of politics to have a platform. I definitely have an interest in politics, and I definitely want to learn more and understand different perspectives, all perspectives, but I just feel like I'm not the kind of person that should be speaking on things I don't fully understand and don't have enough world experience in. And I think it's simple as that. I didn't want to come back and be like, well, guys, I did a 180. I'm going to have a completely different political platform now. I didn't want to do. I know a lot of there were a few conservative pundits who did go down that route where they decided, well, I'm left wing now, or I even consider myself at one point anarchist or libertarian because I didn't like the way certain things were going. And I realized I didn't really quite fit in with that label either. I don't think there is a label for me. I think I'm the kind of person who just recognizes I don't know enough, and I want to just treat people with respect and try to think of approach things with an open mind and understand I don't know enough to talk on the subject, which, you know, I think is important to admit that I'm not, oh, my hair is a rat's nest today. Um, it's important for me to recognize that I don't know everything. And I think when I was in my early 20s, which a lot of people do forget how young I was when I got involved in politics, I think no one of that age should really be involved in politics unless they really are, like, that's what their entire, like, unless they, like, are actually getting a degree in that, they're actually studying it, at least, you know, I think someone like, you know, I can't think of any names on the top of my head, but I feel like I was too young to really have any world experience or any real knowledge on the subject, but I was very much interested. So it wasn't like just me pretending completely. Well, I mean, it's half true, half false. I mean, I definitely wanted something to belong to, and I also had a lot of, I mean, it's very obvious at that point if you follow me on Twitter that I am not straight, and I had a lot of, I think, self-loathing when I was in my teens and early 20s, and I tried to sort of force myself to be a certain thing, um, to sort of escape that, and, you know, it was it was just how I was trying to deal with it. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to come back and show you what I've been up to and tell you that I'm a-okay, I'm still alive. I kind of also need a mental health break because working in a political industry is not good for anyone's mental health. It's very straining, it's very time consuming, and I think a lot of people, when they do become a political pundit of some sort, they do allow the algorithm and what their followers want them to say to really control a lot of what happens, right? So when you, and I just don't want that to happen again. I don't want to get back into politics because I don't want to be speaking on something which should be treated very with a great importance, a great moral importance, and one, not fully understanding what I'm talking about, and two, sort of just spreading the same things that everyone else is saying. Um, I don't want to be part of that. I kind of, if I'm going to spread something, if I'm going to share something with the world, I want to be something A, that I actually know a lot of information about, or B, something that is positive and good. And that's kind of what this channel is going to be about. Yeah, as you can see, I'm very much into horror movies. Well, movies in general, but horror movies are my favorite. So I'm going to have a lot, I am going to be using this channel. I know it's not, a lot of people were expecting me to, a lot of people were expecting me to come back with political content, and I'm sorry. If I were to discuss politics, I want to do it where I'm talking to someone who has a different perspective than me and might have more information to share with people. Maybe I might go down that route where I interview different people of different perspectives. That could be interesting. Um, so if I'm going to discuss politics, it's going to be more about me learning and trying to understand different perspectives, just because that's kind of what I want to do. I want to understand how people think, and I also think politics is just very divisive, and if I am going to be involved in politics in any way in the future, I would like to be that divisiveness, because I think there is one political thing I believe, and that is we are controlled by a system of bureaucrats who do not care about us and do not care if we can't pay the bills or pay rent or put food on the table or take care of our younglings. Sorry, I was watching Love Star Wars earlier. But yeah, that's just kind of where I am politically. I think I don't want to focus so much on left versus right, and it's more about the people versus those who are in power and control. And I don't think it's as simple as beating the Democrats or beating the Republicans. I think it's much more complex than that. Or maybe not as complex. Maybe it's just us realizing that we're all just human trying to make everything work. We're all just kind of struggling at this point. So yeah, but I really don't want to go into politics just because I don't think it's been, I think, when's the last time I made a video on politics? Like 6 years since I've really been involved in politics. I'm not a political person, I've realized, or I have an interest in politics, but it's not, like, I could sit here and talk to you about movie making and cinematography, and if you want me to rant about Disney Star Wars and how exactly Disney flushed Star Wars down a toilet, I can spend 2 hours talking to you about that, I can talk to you about all sorts of different things involving, script writing and costume design. My God, can we please for a second, I know I was gonna sort of talk about something else, but can we please talk about for a second the Snow White trailer? Snow White is my favorite Disney princess growing up. I absolutely love Snow White, and the absolute pain it gives me to, one, Snow White trying to make her like this like girl boss character does not work. And let me explain to you why. There's so many girl boss characters in Disney and it works. Belle, Ariel, Jasmine. Jasmine's the ultimate girl boss and I love her. Snow White was the one Disney princess that we had that was just pure optimism and pure goodness. And that was enough for me. That was enough because Disney just needed one good princess. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna get through all of this trauma and terrible things, my stepmother trying to kill me, with a song and a really, and just get through cleaning cleaning this house, like, she was just pure optimism and goodness, and now we're gonna turn it into something else that we don't need. We don't need more of the girl bossness, and I'm so sick of this message to young girls that in order to be a proper woman, you have to be this strong, no fear girl boss. Because sometimes it's okay to be a little scared. It's okay. If you're naive sometimes, it's okay to be optimistic. If anything, optimism is the greatest power that a human can have to get through life. And instead, we're taking these characters and we're telling young girls, hey, if you want to get through life, you have to be strong all the time. You have to have your guard up all the time. And I don't want little girls to go through life with that. Anyway, sorry for my rant. Also, as a cosplayer, as you can tell, I'm very much where I've been. I've really been involved in cosplay. If you want to check me out of what I've been doing, I am on, I guess, X. I still call it Twitter. I mean, I know it's X now. But I'm also on TikTok and Instagram under The Ashton Blaze. I am going as that name from now on because that is my real name. But yeah, but as a costume designer, that costume is hideous. And it kills me because there's so many amazing cosplayers that I know who have taken beautiful. I mean, my friend Anne, she did a historically accurate Belle dress that is absolutely gorgeous. Hi Anne, if you ever watch this. I know so many cosplayers make the most beautiful gowns inspired by Disney princesses, and with Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, Snow White, I mean, Disney has just been flopping back to back to back to back. I mean, we know they have the money. We know they do. There is no reason that I can go to Disney World. I mean, actually, let me show you something really quick. Let me go to my princess closet. We're gonna go into my princess closet really quick. Hold on. So this is my Aurora dress. It's my blue Aurora. Aurora is one of my favorite princesses that I get to perform as. This is my Aurora dress. And look how gorgeous the detail is on that. Look how beautiful that blue is. There's so many options out there. There is no reason whatsoever for the Snow White dress to look the way it does. There is absolutely no reason. With the money and resources that Disney has, why is it that tacky shade of yellow? Why? I don't understand. But look at this. I'm going to do a whole video explaining how Disney costuming is absolutely fumbled. But, yeah, I'm going to go put this back in my princess closet. But now you know. You know what? No, we're going to upload this right now. I'm going to do some sharing right now with you guys. Oh, gosh. Al says, sorry, but cannot help but laugh. Why does Disney do this? They have money. Just Wikipedia early life section, you'll find out their angle quickly. I don't know what that means. I don't know. A part of me is like, is this just a giant tax write-off for them? Are they but that doesn't make any sense. Like, wouldn't you want to make money? As somebody who is self-employed, I don't understand. I don't. We're gonna bring up the Snow White live action right now. Oh my goodness. What is this? Okay, we're gonna, how do I share my screen? I feel like I had an idea of what I was gonna do. Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Oh gosh, this is lovely. Okay. Hold on. Can you hear me? Okay, cool. I think I'm back on. I think I know what happened. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Okay, so essentially, I'm gonna just bring it up on here. I'm sorry, everyone. It's been 6 years since I've probably been on YouTube. I have no idea what I'm doing. I came back for the funsies. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Can you guys hear me? Loud and clear? Do. Okay, so let me explain to you what I like and dislike about Snow White's outfit. Let's go to Forbes. I don't want to do that now. Oh, they're making a... I'm not going to pay to look at Forbes. Heck no. We'll just look at it from here, okay? In a nutshell, this weird yellow tulle skirt, like what is this? Like what's going on here? I don't understand any of this. As a costume designer myself, yes, that is what I currently do for a living. Also, the rumors are true. I am a pinup model and aspiring burlesque dancer, so I do have a spicy page. If you are interested, you can find the link via my Instagram or my X. But I do mainly do costume design. I am a cosplayer, and as a cosplayer who has worked with many other cosplayers who make Disney princess dresses, I don't know why Disney chose to do this weird tulle fabric. It should not be this just bright, I mean this harsh, just ugly yellow. This ugly yellow doesn't even go with the blue they gave her. They should have stayed, they should have done more with like, do you see how Snow White has a nice dark blue? I feel like navy blue is so complementary to so many different types of skin tones. My issue, a lot of people complain about Rachel Zegler and how, you know, she's Latin. I couldn't care less about the race. I didn't care about the Little Mermaid's race. I can actually tell you what was wrong with the Little Mermaid, and it was everything but the actress who played Ariel, funny enough. But let me go into what's wrong with Snow White here. The torso of Snow White's dress should have been a velvet, navy blue velvet, just like we see here. I do like the long sleeves, just because it plays a lot into historical accuracy. I do like the long sleeves. I don't know why it has these weird cuffs. Those are strange. But I think this should have been a darker, richer, jewel tone blue. I don't like Snow White in a corset for the simple fact that she is younger. And also, nobody wore their corsets like that back then. They didn't. The collar works. I think the collar actually was a good way to do it. My biggest concern is the tulle skirt. Who wears tulle on the outside for a Disney princess? Not, if you were to go to like the Disney parks, they have tulle as the underskirt, but there's always something over. And honestly, that could have been forgivable if it wasn't for this ugly yellow. I mean, also, if you look at this, she clearly has a hoop skirt underneath her long skirt, but it's not even long enough to fill the whole skirt. So it's just, it looks very poorly put together. It looks very Party City, very Spirit Halloween. Heck, I've seen better stuff at Spirit Halloween. Not sponsored, but I wish. Spirit Halloween, hit me up. But my gosh, it's just, I'm not a fan. I feel like they could have done much better. They could have done much better with this cosplay, or this costume, whatever. But there's so many cosplayers I know have done beautiful, beautiful, historically accurate dresses, and this just isn't it. It's not it. The Little Mermaid, same problem. I think Halle Bailey was actually a really good singer for the part of Ariel. I will say, I could tell that she wasn't the best actress, but a lot of these people they're picking up aren't. I think there was worse acting other than her. I think she was actually the least of the worries when it came to The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid costuming was very similar to Snow White and Beauty and the Beast. Very cheaply done. I didn't like how Melissa McCarthy was portrayed as Ursula. I think Ursula could have been something different. I think Ursula could have been done better. I also felt like the cinematography was all over the place. But that's about it. Oh, also Scuttle. Scuttle was just annoying. Like, it just, there was no need for Scuttle to have his own song, or her own song, I guess, in that situation. Oh, this needs way more detergent. Hold on, or sorry, softener. But yeah, for those wondering, I am taking, people yesterday were asking why they couldn't super chat, but if you want to send in chats that will pop up. I am on Streamlabs right now, so you can do it here. Hi! Is this even on? It's not even on. Of course. This wig is very tangled. I want to make sure she... I need to grab a wig brush. I feel like... Oop. Oop. Sorry for smacking you on the microphone. There we go. Hi, Jimmy Harris. How's it going? I feel like I really need to get a wig comb right now because this is just an absolute disaster. Oh yeah, I'm gonna grab a wig comb right now. I'll be right back. Oh. Please don't fall. Okay. Yeah, she's definitely seen better days. Bob Rath says, I used a crimping iron once in the 10th grade after disappointment with a perm. What? What about having a perm? Is that English? The thing is, Rachel Zegler is such a beautiful girl. Like, I really don't like that people are going after her, calling her, like, mean names and things like that. I will say I don't like how she handles herself in interviews. I think she comes off as very, full of herself, and she has a bit of an ego. But I also feel like a lot of people in their early 20s also have an ego, just coming from experience. It really hurts me because I don't like the way she talked about the original Snow White movie, where she basically said that, like, the movie made no sense, she didn't like it, you know, that it needed to be changed, that the original, and if you know the history of Disney, there would be no Walt Disney Company if it wasn't for Snow White. Snow White is not only, and not even just Disney Company, but there's so many different types of animation we wouldn't have if it wasn't for Snow White. So Snow White is the very first ever full-length feature film that is fully animated, the first ever feature film that comes with a soundtrack. I mean, Snow White really paved the way for so much that comes with movie making and animation. So for her to just be like, the original is not that great anyway, it's a good thing we're remaking it, it feels like she didn't say that word for word. That's basically what she was trying to imply. And as somebody who has such an appreciation for the world of movie making and animation, it does kind of break my heart because it just basically means that she has no understanding of the character that she is portraying. She has no understanding of the kind of character that Snow White is, or what that movie has done for generations of filmmaking and animation. Buddy says, is there a prize if you win the cosplay? I'm not doing this for a contest. I'm just doing it for fun. Miss Argentina is one of my favorite characters ever. Beetlejuice is one of my favorite movies ever made, actually. But I've always liked Miss Argentina. I've always thought that she was very aesthetically just beautiful. When I was a little girl, I always dreamed of having green skin, like the women in Star Trek. Didn't watch Star Trek as a kid, but I thought the green women were beautiful because my mom watched Star Trek a lot, and I just wanted to be a green woman. And that was also a early realization that I am very much into women. Yeah. Jennifer Tilly, Megan Fox, and Jennifer's Body, definitely much my sexual awakening. But, you know, that's for a different video. We can talk about all that. I can basically kind of explain. I kind of already explained it a few times, like how I got, why I thought being a Christian conservative. And you know, it's funny. I have actually taken a few things for my time. So I am big on gun ownership. I think every American should really learn to understand firearms. I think every American should learn to not trust their governments, but that includes both sides. I don't think either party cares about us at all. And I think, you know, a lot of Americans should understand to dissect their media. And that includes CNN, ABC, Fox News. It's all an entertainment industry. So, but I also think that we as Americans need to learn to respect one another more and have a little bit more kindness and understanding, and less fear, because sometimes the media will basically encourage us to not care, to fear one another. There are some things that you're going to witness that you may not understand, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's evil. So I can do a whole video on that another time. I'd rather do an actual video where I really think about what I'm saying. Old Bag says, I'm into women as well. Well! Clifford C says, paint yourself green and run in the forest in the summer. May I ask why? Is there a reason for this? When I was a little girl, I wanted green skin for sure. If you go to my Instagram, you actually can see what my Miss Argentina looked like before the update. Man, I just have tons of plastic hair falling everywhere. Oh my goodness. I'm watching my following go down. I have to remind myself it's only because I've been gone for 5-6 years and people have either forgotten about me, or it's just people who want me to come back and do mainly political content, and I have to be okay with that. And it's okay for me to be in a new stage of my life and do different things. And if people don't want to stick around and watch, that's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna force people to stand by and watch things that they don't like. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I actually have no idea. I'm hoping she is. She's my favorite character. Oh, it's a bird nest. Oh lordy. Okay. We'll just try to. poof ball. Wait, really? That makes me happy. I know it's an election year and everyone's expecting me to do political stuff, but it's just, I want to stay out of it. Listen, I don't know if anyone realizes, but rats in Venezuela is not a very good argument. So, anyone ever notice I got big ears? I got big ears. Kind of. It's just me. It's just me, like, thinking that. I think I got big ears. I could fly away with them. Hello! This wig does not want. This wig stand does not want to stay. Oh, it's fallen on me. Okay, we're gonna like bring her up because I feel like. Start at the bottom and work up. That might actually make it easier. Yeah, that does make it easier. My camera? It's out of focus? Maybe if I like bring her back. There we go. Significantly less frizzy. I feel like I have to like... Oh, to my hell here sign? My hello there, hell here sign. By the way, I'll give a gold star to people if you can tell me where that sign is from. You can't quite see it, but I'll give you a hint. It says hello there, and then the T and the O are knocked out, so it says hell here. I dropped it. This desk is very wobbly. I need to like get more screws to fix it or something. Ugh. You eepy? Look how sleepy she is. Are you sleepy? You eepy? Hey, Welsh. No, it's not from Fallout. And this is what happens when they die. And this is what happens when they die. It's all very personable. It is Catwoman. It's from Batman Returns. It's one of my favorite movies ever made. I know it's not horror, but it's on my horror shrine. So it's a movie I like, therefore it goes there. I mean, technically, it is Catwoman. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is not a horror movie. It's more of a comedy, but who cares? I like it. I know it's not horror, but it's on my horror shrine. So it's a movie I like. See, that looks a lot less frizzy now. A lot better. I mean, technically, it is Catwoman. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is not a horror movie. It's more of a comedy, but who cares? I like it. I know it's not horror, but it's on my horror shrine. See, that looks a lot less frizzy now. A lot better. I mean, technically, it is Catwoman. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is not a horror movie. It's more of a comedy, but I like it. See, that looks a lot less frizzy now. A lot better. I mean, technically, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is not. My goodness. Oh shoot, are you guys hearing me too? Is that better? My goodness. Oh. I'm sorry. Is that better? Thank you so much, guys. I'm sorry. I'm still getting the hang of this stuff. I'm going to try to stream every day. That is the goal. I'm going to stream every day. I do have videos recorded I'm going to be uploading. So I wasn't necessarily an actress. My mom wanted me to be an actress, so my mom pushed me into it. It wasn't something I necessarily wanted to do. Oh. Let me get a picture of Miss Argentina on here just to... was quite a ruckus. Okay. I think, yeah, we'll start pinning it up like that. I want to like really, I may need to get some hairspray. Okay. Sorry, this is just like a little, it can be a lot sometimes to like get her properly. She is a redhead. Okay. She's very bright tomatoey red. Oh, I have little fairy knots in here. Usually means I have to cut them off. Oh, yeah, no, this wig stand does not want to stay. That is actually one of my favorite Jeff Goldblum movies ever made. It's so freaking good. It might be actually one of the greatest horror retellings of a classic ever made. I love The Fly. If you haven't seen The Fly with Jeff Goldblum, please go watch it. It's so good, so fascinating, and it's just an absolute masterpiece. Hello! Oh no. I feel like I need the little clear bands to continue this, but I'll just keep spraying it down so it's nice and sleek. It's easier. Oh yeah, we're gonna have tons of video content coming up soon, so it's gonna be a lot of unboxing, me showing you guys how I make different cosplays. I'm also gonna start doing movie reviews and talking about a lot of the costume maybe in the movies that are coming out. A big factor in bad costuming I've noticed is Disney. Disney is really not doing itself justice with its costume department lately. And it's funny because the parks costume department is amazing. I mean, the stuff that comes out of there is brilliant for theme parks. The movies, however, it's like, what the hell is going on? Like, it's almost like people are going to work and not doing their job. It's just frustrating because I know so many cosplayers who spend their own money and use their own resources to make these beautiful, beautiful costumes, beautiful gowns, and then Disney's paying someone to do the bare minimum, if not worse. I'm gonna review every type of movie. I just happen to like horror movies, and so this is my setup. Because this is the stuff that I buy when I go to conventions and whenever Spirit Halloween opens. So, gosh, my ears are huge. How have I never noticed how big my ears are? Jesus, I'm like Dumbo. I'm like Dopey. They should have casted me as Dopey. I'm just kidding. They should have casted people with dwarfism to play the dwarves because that's would have been the right thing to do instead of regular sized people and then shrink them down via CGI. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do a Snow White video. I will. I promise. It's going to happen. Aw, thank you. Spider-Gwen's one of the first cosplays I've ever done, actually. I still have her. I still have my Spider-Gwen. One of my favorite cosplays to do that, I think, is Black Cat. She's very fun. What time is it? It's almost 7. At 7 o'clock, I'm going to start streaming on my Spicy page if anybody wants to join over there. We're going to go over there. Okay. I think she is oh, never mind, she's not defrizz. Oopsie. I thought I got all of it. Oh my goodness, there's a giant tangle right here. Yes. Will I like it? Not sure. we are unknown to whether I like the new Beetlejuice movie. It's definitely unknown. Okay, I think she's good. I think she's good. Okay. With that being said, I'm going to head over to my other site where I'm going to do live streaming. So yeah, I will see you all over there. Bye guys!